Welcome back. What if I told you that in 2025, illegal child labor is still used in major U.S. supply chains, and by billion-dollar corporations? Senator Josh Hawley exposed this in a tense Senate hearing. Today, I'm diving into Hawley's fiery confrontation with Trump's Labor Department nominees over shocking child labor allegations, specifically at Tyson Foods. Why are kids working in dangerous plants while American families are left behind? This is a story about corporate accountability and justice for exploited children and betrayed workers.
Senator Hawley.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Congratulations to the nominees. Thank you all for being here. Mr. Rogers, let me start with you. As you might know, on the 6th of May, I sent a letter to the Secretary, Ms. Chavez de Remer, on a topic that's extremely important to me and to my state, and that's illegal child labor. I relayed to the Secretary whistleblower information that I have received from an employee at Tyson Foods alleging that individual employee had witnessed underage labor in a Tyson's plant. That same whistleblower also had information regarding other underage employees at other plants, and this is by no means an isolated incident. The New York Times even has done a comprehensive series of stories on underage illegal child labor in various poultry processing plants around the country, including Tyson Food. Now, I'll tell you why it's particularly irksome to me, because Tyson Food unceremonially closed two major plants in the state of Missouri after telling our workers and farmers they would remain open. They canceled contracts with our farmers, putting many of them into bankruptcy. They fired all of the workers, sending many of them into destitution. And what we learned instead is that Tyson is happy to hire and use illegal, hire is the wrong word. They're happy to use illegal child labor in their supply chains. So they're punishing Missourians, they're closing our plants, they're breaking our contracts, but they're hiring illegals and they're using child labor. So let me just ask you, are you familiar, broadly speaking, with these reports as it regards Tyson and other poultry processors?
Here's where it all starts. Senator Hawley lays it out. Back in May, he sent a letter to the Secretary of Labor. Inside, whistleblower testimony from a Tyson employee who witnessed underage workers in the plant. Let that sink in. Illegal child labor. In America, in 2025. And it's not just Tyson. Hawley cites a New York Times investigation exposing similar abuses nationwide. Hawley connects the issue to Missouri. Tyson closed two major plants there. They canceled contracts, fired workers, and drove family farms to bankruptcy. Hawley calls it unconscionable, accusing Tyson's CEO of lying to Missouri. We break stories that matter, every week. Hawley zeroes in, asking, will you continue the Tyson Foods investigation if confirmed? The nominee cautiously agrees to pursue child labor violations, but Hawley wants real commitment, resources, action, accountability. He won't let it slide, not when kids are being exploited.
Senator, I'm generally aware of the reports, but not the particulars that you mentioned.
Well, following my letter to the Secretary, the acting head of the department, the division that you are now nominated to fill, responded to me and said the following: protecting children against illegal child labor is one of the top priorities of the department and the Wage and Hour Division. Wage and Hour investigates every actionable complaint, tip, and referral about child labor violations, takes those allegations very seriously. He went on to say that the Wage and Hour Division is engaged, I'm quoting now, the Wage and Hour Division is engaged in ongoing investigations of Tyson Foods and its contractors under the FLSA. So here's my question for you. Should you be confirmed, will you continue WHD's open investigation of Tyson Food?
Well, Senator, I can't comment without knowing more of the details, but I certainly commit to continue to investigate offensive child labor wherever it may be.
Okay, good. And let me just ask you a little more specifically, what actions would you anticipate taking to ensure that illegal child labor is not possible in this country in the year 2025?
Well, Senator, there's a lot of ways in which the department can focus on continuing to do, as Secretary Chavez de Remer mentioned, to double down on enforcing against oppressive child labor. And one of those ways is to use the resources that we have and to use the data that's available to drive down where those violations are most likely, take tips such as yours, and to move forward as aggressively as possible to make sure that we can eradicate unlawful child labor in this country.
I just want to emphasize to you that this issue is of the highest importance to me. I think it is absolutely unconscionable that we have child labor being used widely by these mega corporations, and I'm particularly incensed that it has happened to the detriment of Missouri workers. I don't like being lied to, and I will tell you that the CEO of Tyson Food has lied to me, and he has lied to the people of my state. And I don't like it being lied to and then having the law broken in front of my face, flouted in front of me. As a former prosecutor, it irritates me, it rankles me, it infuriates me. And I want to see some justice here. I want to see justice for the kids who are being illegally employed. And yeah, I want some justice for the Missouri workers who were tossed out in the cold because Tyson Food has chosen to found its supply chain on illegal labor and child labor. So I just want to underscore for you that this is the highest priority for me. And if you are confirmed, I'll look forward to working with you on it. I can promise you, you'll hear a lot about it from me.
I look forward to that, Senator.
Great. Mr. Berry, the Biden administration in 2023 rescinded the Trump administration's previous rule on religious exemptions for federal contractors and subcontractors, as I'm sure you're aware of. The effect of that was to strip away protections that ensured that faith-based organizations didn't have to violate their consciences in order to compete for federal contracts. My question is, does DOL plan to reinstate the implementing legal requirements for that previous rule? Will you put back in place the protections?
Hawley didn't stop there. In the hearing's final moments, he called out the Biden administration for removing religious protections for faith-based contractors. He asks nominee Berry if he'll support restoring those protections. Berry says he supports religious liberty balanced with labor policies. Still, child labor remains front and center. Hawley makes clear this will be a major focus. Senator Hawley's questioning was a warning. To corporate giants, to nominees, to Washington itself. Illegal child labor is a stain on any nation. In America, in 2025, unacceptable. Share your thoughts below. And hit subscribe for more stories mainstream media won't touch. Until next time, stay informed, stay bold.